Well, good morning, and it's so nice to see all of you here. And I think you're going to find that as we move through this session, you will agree with yourself that you made a very good choice to be here. And we're going to have some fun along the way. So to set the stage, what I'd like you to do is all of you, would you please close your eyes? So everyone, close your eyes. And I'm mentally going to take you from here all the way to Long Beach, California. We're there for the Olympic trials, and you're watching the women's platform diving event. And as you sit there on the bleachers, you notice that it is a beautiful sky. It's a deep blue color with white billowy clouds passing overhead. And the sun is shining so brilliantly, it's glistening off the water's surface and giving it a golden shine. And there, peering into the sky, is this huge concrete structure, 34 feet high. And there's a woman diver. She's going to execute a 1.5 somersault with 3 twists. And you watch her as she's taking off, and she's just about to enter the water. And if all of you will open your eyes and gaze on the movie screen, the scores for this dive are a 10, 9, 10, 10, 4. Now, this diver knows that diving resembles more the business world than it does other sports where your success is very clearly defined, like in basketball. I mean, either the ball goes in the hoop or it doesn't. Diving resembles more the business world because your success is very much dependent upon the interpretation, judgment, and perception of others. How many of you set goals? Absolutely. Setting goals helps you to stay focused. And I'll give you a great tip. And it's when I train athletes, and I'm hesitating because in case some of you are wondering, who was the diver at the beginning? Well, it's me. And my best event was that 10-meter platform, and I did qualify for the Olympic trials. And I competed for about 10 years, and I want you all to know, when you're going off that 10-meter platform, you know, you're landing anywhere from, 35 to 60 miles an hour. And when I started diving off that 10-foot platform, that 34-foot platform or 10-meter platform, I really was 6 feet tall. I just want you to know that. And this is all that's left of me after all that pounding. And so today, what I did, it's kind of interesting. What I really did was switch platforms from a diving platform to speaking, and I do a lot of executive coaching. And not only do I coach people here in town, but also around the country, and also work occasionally with professional athletes, primarily in golf, as well as in baseball and tennis. And what's interesting is when, in sports, we all try to stay focused and in the zone. And I want to show you a quick exercise that I use with athletes just to show you how valuable it is to work with yourself so that you can stay focused and perform at your best. Because remember, you talked about interruptions. I'll give you a couple tips on that. Here's a great exercise. I want you to look around the room, keep it to yourself, and pick up as many colors as you can. All right, so just look around the room, pick up as many colors as you can. Okay, stop. Patty, what colors did you see?
I saw a lot of black, pinks, and peaches colors.
Okay. All right, pretty easy. All right, this time, what I want you to do is I want you to look as many places as you can, and I want you to look for the color as close as you can to red. Go. Look as many places as you can for the color red. Okay? Stop. Out of curiosity, how many of you saw red where you, how many of you saw red where you didn't see it before the first time? Okay? Now, out of curiosity, because that was just a little bonus, but how many of you found that the blacks, the beiges, the grays, the browns, all of those colors became irrelevant. Did you notice that? Isn't that interesting? So you see, when you have a very specific goal, you then start to really, in business, concentrate. And so the key thing is to have a very specific goal. Then, like a laser, that's what you begin looking for. So if somebody interrupts you, before you acknowledge them, be very specific as to where you left off and where, most importantly, you want to pick up, then acknowledge the person. And you'll pick up immediately as to where you need to. And that's back to more efficiency with yourself. You know what else about goals? How many of you set goals for the week? See, you're great, because here's what I learned again. What you can do, and this is what we found in the research that works extremely well, you want to identify your top 3 goals or deliverables for the week. The next thing, building off of what you said earlier, is you want to put them in your calendar first. Because these are the big ones. These are the ones that drive the business. These are the ones that are going to help you achieve the goals. These are the ones that are going to make a valuable difference. What happens too often, we get caught up in the minutia. Isn't that true? Yes. Now here's a tip. You email it to your boss. Regardless of whether you really have established this, and your email says, here are the top 3 things I'm focusing on this week. Let me know if it's aligned with what you have in mind. It is a great way, because here's an interesting unspoken. What you may think are your top priorities may not align with your boss. So that way you all stay in sync, and if you don't hear anything from your boss, you'll find that what you then are doing is putting your energies in ways that are productive.